No, 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 no. I was one of those kids at school that I guess you'd say rode the wave. I was one of those kids who just kind of got on with it. Didn't moan, didn't complain. I loved school. I loved my friends, more importantly. And school was a good place and a happy time for me. And I never really thought about the future, in inverted commas, as people say. And careers day, I just spent it in a place called Altham's Travel on Bolton Town Hall Square, just stacking brochures, holiday brochures. And it was the most boring thing ever. But I knew that wasn't for me. And I knew it was just kind of a big box tick for the careers teacher at school. Because I was always told growing up that by my dad that I could always be a lorry driver, but I knew even then that wasn't for me. I knew something. I always had this sixth sense that something different would happen. I knew I wouldn't be tapping keys. I knew I wouldn't be out in the field picking cabbages. I knew it wouldn't be kind of a job that you would call an everyday job, if there is such a thing. I just knew something different would happen. And when I got scouted the modelling thing, I knew it wasn't that. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel comfortable. It wasn't me. And then when I got asked to do a bit of television, that's when the light bulb illuminated above my head, and I thought, this is it. This is the thing that I've been waiting for. And grabbed the opportunity with both hands, and 25 years later, still cracking on.
I said all the various different things you've done in your career on TV and radio. You've done pre-recorded stuff. You've done live shows on TV and radio. Is it that live experience that you enjoy the most?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think live telly gives you no excuses. You know, if you've got to be perfect. And I think Tess and Strictly Come Dancing is the perfect example of live television. You know, they're doing a 2.5-hour show when everyone's in it at the start of Strictly Come Dancing, and it's flawless. You know, there's never any mistakes. There's never a big brouhaha. And even, it's quite funny that, you know, someone trips up or someone gets a microphone caught in a tassel or something like that, and it's a big deal because we're not used to anything happening that could be deemed slightly negative on Strictly Come Dancing. And that's the joy of live television. You go from first gear to fifth gear in the click of a finger, and that's why I love it, because the adrenaline's pumping. You know that if God forbid you make a mistake, touch wood, you can't go back, and you just got to plough through. But I always say you're only as good as your last link or your last item, because that's the one that people remember. Overall, yeah, live radio, live television, live sport, you can't beat it. I love it.
I don't know if you still do, but you did certainly play a bit of American football, didn't you?
Yeah, I played American football. I started playing in 1987, I think it was. I got into the game in 85, and it was just something different because I got bored. I can't stand cricket. And being from Bolton and my school, they were obsessed by cricket, and I hated cricket because I was no good at batting and I was no good at bowling, so I ended up being one of the kids who sat on the boundary just making daisy chains, and it mentally scarred me. So every time I see cricket on television, it's only on our television for literally 2 minutes because I can't stand it, because I'm like, what a waste of my youth in PE and games, just sat on the boundary doing nothing whilst everyone else bowled and batted. So I got into American football because, you know, I was bored of Saturday morning football. I was bored of kind of cross country, and I just found this sport called American football on Channel 4, which was on either after or before the Wonder Years with Winnie Cooper and Kevin Arnold, and I got obsessed by it, literally obsessed by it. And I learnt the rules very quickly. I learnt the players very quickly. I had posters all over my bedroom walls, and I played for the Manchester All-Stars from 87 to 91. And I played 4 seasons for the London Warriors, a team down in Crystal Palace. And we won 2 national championships and we lost 2 national championships. But since I left, the team has gone on to success after success after success.
You've had a film career, you've done some movies as well, but you actually co-hosted a series in the United States as well, Skating with the Stars, which is, I guess, like Dancing on Ice in this country, and that live sort of situation rather like Strictly. How much fun was that?
Yeah, I did 3 network shows in America. I did 2 for NBC and 1 for ABC, I think. I'm kind of the master of one series when it comes to broadcast entertainment. Yeah, America was a whole different ballgame. I don't have any regrets. I have no regrets whatsoever, but that's the one thing that I would love to do again and try again, is go back to America. Only because, knowing now what I didn't know then, I'd approach it completely different. I would take a British team of kind of execs, producers, writers, assistants, because everyone in America has an assistant, I had an American assistant who didn't know me. I didn't know the producers. I didn't know the writers. So it was I was I guess, the wonky cog in the machine, because everyone else was American and I was English, and we do work differently. We do have a different work ethic. We do approach things differently. Obviously, we have a different sense of humour, so that has to be written into the script. And I enjoyed it, absolutely loved it. And it's 3 experiences which I would never trade in, but I would do again if possible.
What did they make of the Bolton accent?
I had elocution lessons.
No.
Yeah. I had elocution lessons for all 3 shows in America. And basically I thought, you know what, sod this. I'm just going to do an impression of Roger Moore. So that's all I did. Good evening. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show.
Now, if you enjoyed this interview, please click on the like button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out in the future, and if you possibly can, help the channel by subscribing. Thank you.